we're dominating, and then kind of let our foot off the gas pedal, and that's when you get beat. So with that being said, Coach Cochran has obviously taken into consideration how another game could affect our bodies, but at the same time we're not going to let up and not be any more conditioned than we have been in the past. So he's done a great job, and he continues to do a great job with us, and that's what we hold our forwards up for a reason. We want to dominate people in the fourth quarter. You look at the Auburn game, I think it's a great great determination of that, and we came back in the fourth quarter and really just imposed our will, which led us into the SEC championship game, which is another second half great performance that we did. And as long as we continue to do that and hold our standards to what we've set for ourselves, I think we'll be fine.
You said before that the goal every year is the national championship, and I hear you're talking. You've got to talk about it here in the middle of the summer, and you've got all this season in front of you. How do you give yourself kind of the mental rest you need during the season so it doesn't eat you up?
Yeah, I think Coach Saban and all the staff have done a great job of not letting us get. So we have this saying, you see a little, you see a lot, you see a lot, you see nothing. So if you see a lot, if the big goal is the national championship, that's all you see. You don't see what's right in front of you. So for us, we take one day at a time. Every day, we know Mondays we're running 110, so that's going to be our day. We're going to have to push it that day. We're going to have to push it the next day. But once you start building that, mental edge, it becomes easier. Right now, we're not looking forward to what's going to happen in week 8. We're looking forward to what's going to happen, tomorrow or during camp or game 1 against Wisconsin and Dallas. So for us, if you start looking at the bigger picture, that's when you get beat. In the SEC West or in the SEC in general, you got to take one game at a time, and that's the preparedness that Coach Saban brings.
But day to day, do you have to have friends where you talk to and you say, hey, well, anything but football, video games?
Oh, yeah.
How do you get the mental break?
For me, when I go home, I can't watch SportsCenter, I can't watch football, I can't do it. So a lot of guys hunt, fish, we just go play golf, whatever. But I think that when you do that, you don't get burnt out on football because that the fall is going to be a big grind. So the summertime is big, and I think you build camaraderie around players as well when you're doing things outside of football. You can have a relationship with guys on a football field, but if you don't have them with it outside of football, how do you really know what makes them tick on the field? So for us, that's probably one of the biggest things is that we build actual relationships outside of football.
Who's the best hunter and who's the best fisherman?
Naturally, I want to say myself, but no, Coker's a big hunter, big fisher. We go quite often, and that's his. Every guy's got their escape route. How to get away from football, and that's one of his biggest things. And I became really close with him because we're in the same master's program and whatever. But that's the kind of thing he does. But I know a lot of guys who play golf a lot, stuff like that. So I think it's one of the biggest things though is that guys just find stuff outside of football to become close with. So.
Brian, how's your health, Brian?
My health? It's as good as it's going to get right now. I think one of the biggest things after the season is that guys, take a break because obviously, there's going to be injuries after game 1 that guys are going to have to play through the entire season. And that's just kind of football. That's just the part of the way it is. But, Coach Cochran does a great job of getting us ready. And we call it putting the armor on. So when you gain muscle, you put armor on your body so that you can last through the season. And if you don't really push yourself in the summertime, you're not going to last. So that's been the biggest thing is just pushing myself throughout the summer, pushing the team so we can all get ready for it.
What do y'all do in the offseason to kind of police yourselves and hold each other accountable to avoid negative off-the-field incidents?
We look out for each other. We're a team. We're a bunch of guys from a lot of different backgrounds, but at the end of the day, we play for Alabama. We go out there, we put a jersey on that says Alabama on it, and at the end of the day, we got to look out for each other because no one's going to look out for us like the way we do. Nobody is going to sweat the way we do in the summertime. No one's going to bleed the same time we do during camp, during the fall. So for us, it's just about having each other's backs, and unfortunately, things do happen, but it's how we respond to that. So. I think we've done a pretty good job. We've had some incidents, obviously, but everybody does, and we just try to overcome that with positive energy, and I think we've done a really good job compared to last year with that. So.
Ryan, did you feel like Saban said that he felt like there was a change, the focus from the SEC championship game to Ohio State, maybe because of the NFL draft, some of the juniors. Did you see that at all?
I don't know. I didn't see it personally. I guess when you're around people every day, you just. I was so focused on I guess being from Ohio, I'm so focused on playing Ohio State and preparing the way I do. But obviously that can happen. If guys are at the level that we're at, guys that can happen. And so I guess one of the biggest things this year is going to be getting it to not happen. But that's just comes with each person's commitment level. Every guy makes up the team, and I think we've got a different group of individuals this year than we did last year, who are very selfless and committed to the team.
Ryan, who's the centers that you watched over the years, college, pro, high school?
Who are the centers?
Yeah, that you like to watch.
Obviously I grew up. I used to watch. I don't know. When I was coming up through Alabama, I was watching Barrett and Vlados, and then now I like Jason Kelsey out of the Eagles because I grew up in Cincinnati. That's where he played. Obviously Jeff Saturday, Webster back in the day. But I didn't really know the center position, what it entailed until I got to college. The leadership, the responsibility that comes with it. So I think if I had known it back then, I probably would have watched it a little bit closer.
How do you think Brandon